For our final session of the day, we have an exciting fireside chat with Marseglia, COO of the Youth Group, one of the UK's largest youth communities. He created his first venture from his bedroom, a business that was valued at several million. Leon joined Youth Group's community to open the opportunity to create meaningful change in the world, and he now advises some of the biggest brands across England on how to engage with today's youth issues. Please join me in welcoming Leon. Leon, please introduce yourself.
Absolutely, Anya, thank you. I woke up today with a big smile on my face because I woke up and I thought, wow, I'm going to Google's offices today. Well, that's really cool. And I woke up and I thought, I'm going to Google's offices and I'm going to be able to speak with a bunch of amazing young people who are absolutely amazing in what they've achieved when it comes to DOV and what they are achieving, to talk about careers beyond the CV and some advice that I've learned in my short career journey that I would love to share. As Anya said, I'm Leon. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for an organisation called Youth Group. And our mission is all about reimagining youth employment for young people, taking the boringness out of applying for jobs, looking at the same job descriptions and making it an engaging experience, but also a meaningful experience. I also sit on several boards, advising organisations and the Met Police around how we can engage young people around the Prevent campaign and terrorism, etc., which I'm really honoured to be involved in. But I didn't all just get this out of the blue. It was a journey, and it started off with me, as Anya said, in my bedroom, not really knowing what I wanted to do, trying to figure out as I go, and yeah, just giving it a go. I grew up outside of London in a town called Peterborough. Some of you may know it. It was actually voted one of the worst places to live in the UK and recently, which wasn't great. But I moved to London, and actually I brought my parents here today, are in the corner, because they've been a big ambassador of everything I've done. And yeah, I wanted to bring them along to kind of see this experience. This, for me, is actually a bit of a growth moment. I've not really been spoken on stage to so many people, and it's actually really cool. So everything's about growth. It's all about being uncomfortable in the situations that you're in, because that's when you really grow. And yeah, I'm really excited to kind of speak with yourself today.
Perfect, thank you so much. We have a few questions. So
Cool.
Young people are facing some of the toughest times in history. What advice would you give to them as they enter the workplace?
A few things. Firstly, understand you're not alone. Everyone's in the same boat. We're all just trying to figure it out. The first thing I would say is, don't feel like you have to have all the answers. I think too often you feel like you have to know everything, when really what do you know? You might have just left school, finished your DOV, you haven't got that real life experience. How are you meant to have the answers? So the first thing I would say is, understand you don't have to know everything. Go from having all the answers to all the questions in everything you do. Be curious, ask different questions, ask why, ask how, and really understand what you can do to kind of grow as an individual. So that'll be my first thing, is ask questions. The second thing is, people talk about passions and finding your passion and following your passion. But that's hard. Hands up here who really understands what their passion is. A few people, but not many. So how do you follow your passion? I say don't follow your passion, follow with passion. Because when you follow with passion, you're going to get a better outcome, and it's easier. And it might not be the most favourite thing you've ever done. When you follow with passion, when you follow with conviction, you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to be able to progress in your career. So don't follow your passion, follow with passion. So the first thing is, go from having all the answers to all the questions in everything you do, and follow with passion rather than follow your passion. The final thing is, understand who is in your support network. Who can you turn to? And if you can't turn to anyone, who can you reach out to turn to find the support that you need? Whether that's just having a cup of tea or a coffee in Starbucks and talking over it, and here's my current challenge, here's what I'm worried about, here's what I need support with. Find those people, find those individuals that you can reach out to, whether they're someone who's in a similar experience as you, or they might be a CEO in a company. Reach out to them, ask them for a cup of tea, ask them some questions around what you can do to get advice and grow. So that would be my 3 pieces of advice around that.
That's really helpful. Thank you so much. What do you think are some of the biggest issues facing young people today? What should companies or businesses be aware of?
So I'm not had a lot of water today.
That's all right.
Is it like 3 litres you meant to have a day? I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, must be.
So Anya, sorry. So one thing that we've noticed with our community, so you've got national and you've kind of got hyperlocal. I'm going to talk national because I think that relates to a lot more young people. The first thing is navigation. How do you navigate to an opportunity? How do you know where to look, who to go to, how to get that right opportunity, what is even the right opportunity? So the first thing that we're seeing is a lot of young people struggle with navigation because it's not easy. It's overwhelming, there's too much going on, and you don't know who to listen to and who not to listen to. The second challenge we're seeing is confidence or a lack of. Confidence at an all-time low, resilience is at an all-time low, and it's because of so many things going on. We won't go into them around government and all these sort of things, but confidence is at an all-time low. But my advice to young people would be courage comes before confidence. Like today, I was nervous on the way here. My palms were getting sweaty. I was thinking the worst case scenario. But I thought, no, you don't need to be confident. Just have that bit of courage. The courage to get up there and do it. So my advice to those who maybe don't feel confident or they're struggling to navigate the world of work is have a bit of courage and just go for it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to make a mistake. People forget about it, yeah? People are too worried about their own issues and challenges going on. They're not going to kind of focus on you as much. So I would say that focus on building that courage, and then that confidence comes naturally afterwards. And then was there a second part around?
Yeah, what should companies or businesses be aware of?
Yeah, I think I want to just to add to that around young people and what value they can add in an organisation, because many employers want to hire youth and bring youth into organisations and employ them, but they think, okay, well, what can they bring? They haven't got the skill. Well, don't look at the skill, look at the will, look at the ambition, look at the energy that they can bring to an organisation, because that energy is going to help you go a lot further as a business. I just want to add on to that, but yeah.
No, thank you. That really helps put things into perspective, that the important thing is enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you think employers should know about young people? You partially covered that already.
I did, yeah. So young people are digital natives. They've grown up with technology, and many businesses are wanting to go through what's called digital transformation, from old boring processes where it's the black screen and the green text to be digitalized, having a website that works well, being responsive. Young people are digital natives, and so employers should be thinking, I want to bring in some young people because they understand digital more than I do, and they can give me some advice on how we become a more digital organization. So when you're looking at bringing in young people, and as a young person here today, you're thinking, what can I add to an organization? I know digital. They don't. That's something you can add as value. So think about what value can I add, even if it's a little bit. What value can I add to an organization that I want to potentially work for?
Thank you so much. Yeah. You recently wrote an article that included the phrase, don't follow your passion, follow with passion. What exactly did you mean by that? I know you mentioned it already.
So I'm a step ahead of the questions here. So absolutely, as I said before, don't follow your passion, follow with passion. I've met many different leaders, CEOs, people in government, and there's one thing they all have in common. They're all just trying to figure it out. No one's got the answers. They're all stumbling through. I met with a CEO recently, and he was a managing director of a division. And in 10 months, he was then promoted to the CEO of the whole group. And in the group, there was 5 other businesses. And he said, I felt like I wasn't the right person for the role. Did I say something on the interview that convinced him that I was the right person when actually I don't think I am the right person? And that seed of doubt come in, because we're all just trying to figure it out. We all don't really know what we're doing. We're just navigating through, bumping into things, saying, oh, sorry, when we walk past someone, bumping in, and just making sure that we get to where we want to get to. So I think don't follow your passion, follow with passion, and understand that we're all just trying to figure it out. Everyone's in the same boat. Whether you're working on the shop floor, you're in the top floor of an organisation, we're all just trying to figure it out.
What, for you personally, do you feel has been your greatest accomplishment?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've had a great support network from my parents for about 20 years. And they've always been able to support me, always back my ambitions and what I wanted to achieve. And I was recently able to kind of partly return the favour and enable my parents to go across Europe on holiday and fully funding it for them and letting them have that experience. And that for me was something that I was really proud to be able to say, I kind of give them back. Thank you for putting up with me for 20 years. Here's kind of a thank you to say that. I think for me, it's being able to see the smile on my parents' face that I can give them a memorable experience because of the hard work that I've been able to do. I would say is my greatest achievement.
Amazing, thank you. You created your first venture, a business that was valued at several million, from your bedroom. How did you manage this? What were the challenges in doing that?
You need to surround yourself with people that can bounce back with you. If you have to start the conversation all the time, you're not in the conversation. So find people who are engaging with you, who are starting the conversation, and it can help bounce back. One of those individuals is my co-founder and our CEO. So I'm the COO, he's the CEO. And having people around you with a similar mindset who can give you that advice really does make a difference. Your environment is your education. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with people who are 2 steps ahead of you, 1 step ahead of you. And just go for a coffee with them. I love my coffees, as you can tell, cups of tea. And ask them the questions. How did you get from here to here? And then when you're at this level, you find the next person that can help you. So I can't sit here and tell you that I did all of it by myself, because that would be a lie. I've had hundreds of people that have helped me, whether it's a little bit or a lot, to help me get to where I am. And so it's all about working out, what do you want to achieve? Who are the people that can help you achieve it? And how can they support me in a meaningful way? And you'll be surprised, a lot of individuals, leaders, mentors will want to give you time because they want to see you grow. They want to see you succeed. It's actually a selfish reason because they feel good because they've seen you grow. So they really do want to help. So when you're growing an organization like we have with Youth Group, and we're now in a community of 1.7 million young people aged 18 to 30 across the UK. We've helped 105,000 young people into work already. Getting to that level, it's not been easy, but it's finding the right people to help us do that that's actually made it happen.
You've mentioned a lot of helpful influences on your career. Is there anyone in particular in your career that you can give an example of that's helped you professionally?
I want to change that question.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say there's a who. I want to change it to what. What influences, because I think, again, this is going to help a lot more people. What have been the influences that have helped me grow as an individual and as a leader? It's been pain. It's been hurt. It's been failure. Pain plus reflection equals progression. You know, when you have a win and you succeed, you go, yeah, I won, and then you celebrate and then you move on. When you fail, when you make a mistake, you reflect on it. You go, oh, I messed that up. Why did I mess that up? What happened? And you reflect and you go, okay, now I know for next time not to do that or to do this instead. So what's influenced my growth as a young person? I'm still young. I still got lots to learn. I know this much and there's this much to learn. It's been the pain points, the failures that I've had that have then helped me grow as an individual. Sometimes you have a failure and you don't know why, but that's when you go outside of just your own bubble and you ask other people. Again, you might have noticed throughout this conversation, it's asking for help and putting your hand up and going, I don't actually know. Yeah, that's okay. Put your hand up, ask for help, ask for advice. That's how you grow. And I think that's what's been what's influenced me the most is that pain, that hurt that's helped me then grow as an individual.
Pain plus reflection gives progression.
Absolutely.
That really resonated. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for your input.
Thank you so much.
That was really, really useful.
I hope that was helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks once more.
Thank you.